Hi everyone. In today's video lecture we're going to talk about round function, Ceil function and floor function. We'll first start with Ceil and floor function. You should know that round function is a built-in function. Ceil and floor are two functions. They are part of math module. Okay, so whenever you want to use them, you have to import this module first and then you can call these two functions. Okay, so I'll first show you how Ceil and floor works and how these two functions are related to round function, and it will actually make your calculations in Python, specifically associated calculations associated with round function. It will make those calculations very easy. I'll tell you very simple formula, not a formula. I will give you a very simple illustration, a very simple example, and a very simple way of knowing how to use round function. So first let's see. First we will talk about Ceil and floor function. So these are part of math module. So first I need to import math. After that I want to use, let's say, floor function. So I'm going to write math, name of the module, dot floor. Okay, and now I want floor value of, let's say, 15.5. okay, so result is 15, and math dot ceil 15.5. this is going to be 16. So let me explain. Alright, so in floor function, when you are using floor function, whatever value you have, so we have 15.5. okay, the resultant value is going to be the largest, but it should not be larger than 15. Okay, so floor means value will be the largest, but it will not be larger than 15. So what does that mean? The largest value which is not larger than 15, it is 15 itself, right? And this is going to work with anything 15 point, let's say 2. okay, it is going to be 15. Let me copy paste it. 15 point, let's say 9, 15. okay, so if you are using floor function, remember the value is going to be, you need to look at this value, right? So the value, resultant value, is going to be the largest but not larger than this value, so it's going to be 15. okay, now let's talk about Ceil function. So for Ceil function, the value, resultant value, is going to be the smallest, but it should not be less than 15. okay, value will be the smallest, but it should not be less than 15, which means it should be greater than 15. okay, so we will have 16, right? So even if I have something like this, 16, 25, right? So it will be 17, and right, so in this case it will be the smallest but not less than 16, so it will be 17. Let me copy it again. 17. okay, this is how you can use floor and Ceil function. You have to use it with math module. Now let's move on to round function. So round function is a built-in function, and Okay, so let's talk about round function now. So round function, first of all, it is a built-in function. All right, so first thing you should remember is it is a built-in function in Python, so you don't have to use a module to call it, and its syntax is, so you'll write round, then you will provide a number that you want to round, and then digits. Okay, now this number can be an integer, it can be a decimal value, right? It can be an integer, it can be a decimal value. Let me write here. So number can be integer or decimal, or I just write int or float value. Okay, and you should also remember that when you're trying to, so this part here, digits, is actually not mandatory, it is optional. Okay, so if you don't provide it, you can just go on with a round and number. If you decide to provide digits, this is how it will work. So if you're providing digits, how it works is, if digit is greater than or equal to 5, okay, calculated value will be Ceil, and if digit is less than 5, calculated value would be floor value. All right, is it clear? Okay, so let me show you how. All right, so you know the syntax. Let me close it. So we know the syntax. First, let me show you. So you can have an integer. So round 15 would be 15. You can have 15.5. Okay. Result is 16. So you can have an integer. You can have a decimal value, right? So when you have a decimal value here, what it does is, so this is number, this is digit. So when you have a digit here after this point, it will check this digit. Okay, now digit, this digit is greater than equal to 5. It is equal to 5. So your result would be Ceil value. So what is Ceil? If you want to calculate Ceil value of 15.5, what will be the value? For Ceil, it has to be the smallest but not less than x. Or if you are getting confused, just don't remember anything like that. Just remember when we talk about floor, where is floor and ceiling, right? Ceiling and floor. So floor is you walk on floor, right? And where is ceiling? You have ceiling above your head, right? So just remember that for ceiling you will increase it, for floor you get the same value. All right, so for ceiling you increase it. So round 15.5, so this is equal to 5, you'll calculate Ceil value, so it will be 16. Same 15.8. So now this is not equal to 5, but this is greater than 5. Again, you'll find the Ceil value. So it is 16. Now let's say if this value is less than 5, so 15.4. So in that case, you have to find the floor value. So it's going to be 15. This is how round works. And now let's suppose you also decide to provide Okay, okay, all right. Wait. Um, okay, my mistake. This is not for the digits. This is for the decimal value. If decimal, it will not be digit, it will be, we will talk about digit. So this can be your number, or it can be a number. And so if it is a float value, there will be a decimal, right? If it is a float value, there will be a decimal, right? So in that case, you will check the decimal value, I mean the value after the point, right? We haven't talked about digit yet. This is round number. So number could be integer. In this case, number is decimal. So you will check the decimal value. If the decimal value, that is value after this point, this one is greater than 5 or equal to 5, you will find the Ceil of this function, Ceil of this number. If it is less than 5, you will find floor of the number. Okay, now let's talk about digits. So let's say we have round 15.658 comma 2. Okay, so in this case, what you have to do is, 2 means, okay, now I mean you can easily find the result here, right? But you should know how it is working. So for Python, what happens is, when you have 15.658 and then you also have digits, so digits actually represent when the value has been rounded off or it has been truncated, how many digits should be there after this decimal, after this point. Okay, so 2 means there should be 2 digits, right? 15.66. Now how this 66 comes here? In mathematics, again, it's very simple. If it is greater than 5, you have to do this and that. But for Python, what we do is 15.658. So if it is almost the same. So if it is so 2 means you have to check these 2 points after decimal. It is 6 and 5. Do we have another point here? Yes, we do. It's 8, right? So you'll check this point, this third point. It's greater than 5. If it is greater than 5, you will add 1. You will increment this number. You will increment the number next to 8. So this becomes 15.66. If, let's say, we have round this 3. Now what it means is, we want 3 numbers after decimal. So 6, 5, 8. Right? We don't have any fourth number, so I don't know if I can change this value or not. So 3, we want all these 3 numbers, so result would be 15.658. Okay, this is how it works for Python. Every time you have these kind of questions, you can apply these rules. And remember, this is decimal, right? We are talking about when this number is float number, right? And these digits, this one. Okay.